All right, so ready to swap out the daily grind for maybe a little l'art de vivre.
Sounds delightful.
Let's dive into Poitou-Charentes.
Okay.
Now, this region in Western France, it's
Yeah.
it's more than just like pretty pictures on a postcard.
Right.
We're talking about history you can practically reach out and touch.
Yes.
Landscapes that shift from coast to countryside.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, did I mention the cognac?
Well, that's always a plus.
We're using an article from Love to Visit France, and they put together this list of the top 10 places you absolutely have to see in Poitou-Charentes.
A solid top 10 list is always a good starting point.
Yeah, and knowing the blend of relaxation and exploration that this region offers,
Yeah.
it's like it's got to be right up your alley.
Oh, absolutely. Poitou-Charentes is one of those regions that really caters to a diverse set of interests. It's not just about the stunning beaches, which are certainly a draw,
Oh yeah.
but also about vineyards producing world-renowned spirits, Romanesque architecture that just whispers tales of centuries past, and even a futuristic theme park thrown in for good measure.
Oh, you mean Futuroscope?
Exactly.
Yeah, that caught my eye too.
Yeah.
But first, let's set sail, metaphorically speaking, of course, for La Rochelle.
Okay.
Because it's more than just a pretty harbor town, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We're talking about a place that was once like a major hub for trade and maritime activity.
The harbor of La Rochelle, oh, it played such a significant role in French history. Those iconic towers, the Tour Saint-Nicolas, the Tour de la Lanterne,
Yeah.
they're more than just picturesque landmarks.
Right.
They served as vital defenses, protecting the city from invaders.
It's amazing how something built for like defense can become like a symbol of the city, you know?
It's true. They really become part of the identity of a place.
But La Rochelle isn't all about looking back.
No, definitely not.
Imagine just strolling through those cobbled streets, maybe stopping for a plate of the local mouclade.
Now that sounds delicious.
Have you ever had mouclade?
I haven't.
Oh, it's this creamy mussel stew, and it's flavored with white wine and saffron.
Wow.
And get this, it dates back to the 13th century.
Oh, wow. It's a taste of history, literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then for those who want to kind of dive a little deeper, explore the underwater world,
Yes.
the Aquarium La Rochelle is supposed to be one of the largest in Europe.
It is. It's an incredible place to visit. It gives you a glimpse into the incredible biodiversity of the Atlantic and a chance to see all sorts of marine life up close.
From ocean depths, let's shift to something a bit, shall we say, stronger.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Cognac. And I'm not just talking about the drink itself, but the whole town. It's like it's steeped in the brandy-making tradition.
Cognac is a place where you can really experience the history and the craftsmanship behind this world-renowned spirit. Visiting a distillery like Hennessy, with its copper stills dating back to the 18th century,
Wow.
it's like stepping back in time.
Yeah, and now let's journey inland to Poitiers. I'm particularly drawn to the Church of St. Radican.
It's a beautiful church.
It's Romanesque architecture with the rounded arches, the thick walls, the ornate carvings. It tells a story of faith and artistry that has just endured for centuries.
Poitiers is a fantastic example of a city that embraces both its heritage and the future. You can be exploring these Romanesque churches 1 minute and then immerse yourself in the cutting-edge world of Futurescope the next.
Yeah, speaking of contrasts, imagine trading, the bustling city for the tranquil waterways of the Marais Poitevin.
Oh, the green Venice of France.
Yes.
It's a fascinating wetland where humans have coexisted with nature for centuries. The traditional bateau boats used to navigate the canals. It's a testament to human ingenuity. It's a peaceful world away from the city's hustle and bustle.
It does make me wonder, though, how does a place like this, so dependent on its serene atmosphere, how do they handle the influx of tourism?
That's the challenge many destinations face, isn't it? Balancing the economic benefits of tourism with the preservation of the very things that make a place special.
Yeah.
It requires careful planning and a real commitment to sustainability.
Okay, so we're about to step a bit outside the borders of Poitou-Charentes here,
All right.
but I promise it's worth it.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Chateau de Chenonceau?
Ah, the Chateau de Chenonceau. It's not just a beautiful example of French Renaissance architecture.
Oh, no.
It's also a place where the stories of powerful women throughout history unfold. Set over the Cher River, it boasts exquisite gardens and interiors.
And then back within our region, we have Mel.
Mel.
This picturesque village known for its charming streets and Romanesque churches.
Yes.
But what really intrigued me was its connection to the Camino de Santiago.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Mel offers a glimpse into a slower pace of life. It's a place to wander through cobblestone streets, admire intricate carvings on centuries-old churches, and simply soak in the peaceful atmosphere.
From peaceful villages to artistic masterpieces, let's move on to the Abbey of Saint-Savin,
Okay.
a UNESCO World Heritage Site
Wow.
known for its 11th century frescoes.
The frescoes at Saint-Savin are truly breathtaking. They depict biblical scenes in vivid detail, and their preservation over the centuries is a testament to the artistry of the time. Standing in that space, you're surrounded by history and the power of art to transcend time.
All right, let's head back to the coast, this time to Royan.
Royan, all right.
Imagine a blend of sandy beaches, a lively promenade, and a mix of traditional and Art Deco architecture.
Royan is a great example of a coastal town that offers both relaxation and cultural exploration. You can spend the morning on the beach, enjoy a seafood lunch, and then spend the afternoon admiring the unique Art Deco buildings.
And lastly, for the animal lovers out there, we have La Palmyre Zoo, one of the largest in France. And it's not just about seeing animals.
No, it's not. La Palmyre Zoo is known for its spacious enclosures that mimic natural habitats. They prioritize animal welfare and conservation, making it a model for other zoos. It's a place where education and appreciation for the natural world go hand in hand. It really highlights the role zoos can play, in protecting endangered species and educating the public about conservation.
Speaking of awareness, our last stop on the list takes us to Île d'Oléron,
Okay.
the second largest island off the French coast.
Wow.
Imagine just cycling along its coast, the scent of the ocean air, and then you've got the aroma of fresh oysters from the local farms.
Île d'Oléron is a true gem. They've managed to maintain this balance between welcoming tourists and then preserving the natural beauty and the traditions of the island.
Yeah.
And their emphasis on cycling as a mode of transportation, I think that speaks volumes about their commitment to sustainable tourism.
So we've wandered from bustling port cities to tranquil canals, explored Romanesque architecture, and even dipped our toes into the future with Futuroscope.
Right.
What stands out to you as maybe the most unexpected or surprising aspect of Poitou-Charentes?
For me, it's the sheer diversity packed into a relatively small area. You can go from exploring the historic streets of La Rochelle 1 minute and then be kayaking through the serene Marais Poitevin the next. It's that ability to seamlessly transition between such contrasting landscapes and experiences, that makes the region so captivating.
It's like a sampler platter of French history and culture.
It really is.
But there's one thing we touched on briefly that I'd love to explore a little further, and that's cognac.
Okay.
I'm curious about its impact on the region, beyond just being a delicious drink.
Cognac is more than just a drink in Poitou-Charentes. It's a symbol of the region. It's a source of pride, and it's a source of economic prosperity.
Right.
And those rolling vineyards we talked about, they're not just a pretty sight. They represent a legacy of craftsmanship and tradition.
That makes me wonder, how does a product with such, global recognition shape the local culture? Does it influence the type of tourism the region attracts?
Those are excellent questions. Cognac definitely brings a certain prestige to the region. It attracts visitors who are passionate about the drink and eager to, experience its origins. But with that recognition come challenges too.
I imagine maintaining the authenticity of the product in the face of, global demand has got to be one of those challenges.
Exactly. Balancing traditional methods with the demands of a growing market, that's an ongoing struggle. And then there's the issue of sustainable agriculture, ensuring that those beautiful vineyards are managed responsibly to protect the environment for generations to come.
It seems like the success of cognac is intricately linked to the well-being of the entire region.
It really is.
Which brings us back to that idea of sustainability we were discussing earlier.
Right.
How does a region like Poitou-Charentes, with its unique blend of natural beauty, cultural heritage, and thriving industries, how do they ensure its future?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There's no single solution. It requires a multifaceted approach involving, responsible tourism practices, sustainable agriculture, and a collective effort to protect the region's cultural identity.
It sounds like striking that balance between economic growth and preservation is key.
It is.
And it requires everyone to be on board, right?
Yes.
from the local communities to government agencies, businesses, even tourists themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that the very essence of Poitou-Charentes, its history, its landscapes, its traditions, these are both its greatest assets and the things most vulnerable to change. Sustainable development, it's not just a buzzword. It's the foundation for the region's long-term health and prosperity.
Now, getting into some of the specifics on the article, they mentioned that La Rochelle has one of the largest aquariums in Europe.
It does.
I'm curious about the impact such a large-scale attraction has on a city.
Well, it certainly puts La Rochelle on the map for those interested in marine life. It likely generates significant revenue, which can then be used to support other city initiatives.
Right.
And let's not forget the educational value.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
A well-designed aquarium can be a fantastic tool for raising awareness about the importance of ocean conservation.
For sure.
Speaking of bringing people together, the article mentioned the Cognac Blues Passions Festival.
Oh, yes.
I love how music festivals can kind of transform a place, even if it's just for a few days.
Music is a powerful force. It creates a sense of community, a sense of shared experience. And a festival like Cognac Blues Passions, not only does it showcase talented musicians, but it also injects a vibrancy into the town. It draws visitors, boosts the local economy.
And speaking of vibrant, the article described Royan as having a lively promenade. I'm picturing a bustling scene with people strolling along the waterfront, enjoying the sea air, the views.
A promenade often becomes the social heart of a coastal town. It's where locals and visitors alike gather, creating a unique atmosphere.
And we can't forget the food.
Oh, no.
The article highlighted the fantastic seafood in La Rochelle. Fresh oysters, mussels, perfectly grilled fish.
Just thinking about it makes my mouth water.
Mm.
Ah, yes. Fresh seafood is a cornerstone of coastal cuisine, and Poitou-Charentes offers a delightful array of dishes to savor. It's a reminder that food is such an integral part of the travel experience.
Right.
It allows you to truly taste the essence of a place.
And speaking of tasting, we have to mention the cognac again.
Oh, of course.
The article talked about visitors being able to tour distilleries and sample different varieties.
Yes.
It sounds like such an immersive experience for anyone who appreciates this fine spirit.
It is fascinating to delve into the history and tradition behind cognac production. You know, those distilleries, they're more than just places to make brandy. They're repositories of a craft that has been passed down through generations.
From the craftsmanship of distilleries to the artistry of churches, the article also highlighted the Church of Saint-Hilaire in Mel,
Yes.
with its intricate carvings and stunning architecture.
These churches are more than just structures. You know, they're works of art that have stood the test of time. They're expressions of faith and enduring symbols of the communities that built them. You know, those intricate carvings and architectural details, they're a testament to the artistry and devotion of the people who created them.
And then there's the Abbey of Saint-Savin, with those remarkable 11th century frescoes.
It's a powerful experience.
Yeah.
Those frescoes are a reminder of the enduring power of art to connect us to the past and evoke a sense of awe and wonder. And the fact that they've been so well preserved, it's a testament to their significance and beauty.
We've talked about the main attractions, the food, the history, even the sustainability efforts. But what about those smaller details, the things that don't always make it into a travel guide, but truly capture the heart of a place? What are some of those details we might encounter in Poitou-Charentes that would stay with us long after we've left?
I think it's those unexpected moments of connection, those glimpses into the everyday life of the region that resonate the most.
Yeah.
The sound of laughter echoing through a medieval village square, the sight of fishermen mending their nets at sunrise, the aroma of freshly baked bread from a local bakery. These are the sensory experiences that truly bring a place to life.
I love that. It's about slowing down, taking it all in, and allowing yourself to be immersed in the atmosphere.
Right.
It's those little details that often create the most lasting memories.
Exactly. It's about going beyond the typical tourist checklist and experiencing the true essence of Poitou-Charentes, creating memories that will stay with you long after the trip is over.
The article mentioned Île d'Oléron being known for its oyster farms. I'm curious, how does an industry like oyster farming shape the culture and landscape of an island community?
Oyster farming, it's more than just a way to make a living, you know, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's intricately connected to the tides, to the health of the ecosystem, and to the culinary traditions of the region.
Right.
It's a reminder that our food choices have a ripple effect, connecting us to the people and places that produce what we eat. And on an island like Île d'Oléron, those connections are very tangible.
It highlights how our travel experiences go beyond just the places we visit.
Hmm.
They're also about the people we meet, the food we savor, the stories we gather along the way.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that every interaction, every experience contributes to the rich tapestry of our travels.
Now, the article we're using focused on the positive aspects of Poitou-Charentes, but realistically, every destination has its potential drawbacks. What are some things travelers might want to be aware of before they go?
That's a great point. No place is perfect, and being aware of potential challenges is always wise. In the case of Poitou-Charentes, one thing to keep in mind is that it's best explored by car. While public transportation is available, having your own vehicle provides the flexibility to explore the countryside and those more off-the-beaten-path destinations.
That makes sense, especially considering the variety of landscapes and distances between some of the places we've discussed.
Exactly. And while we've talked about the beauty of those quiet villages, it's worth noting that venturing outside the main tourist areas might require some basic French. While English is spoken in many places, a few basic phrases can go a long way in enhancing your interactions with locals and immersing yourself in the culture.
It's always a good idea to be prepared. Now, are there certain times of year when Poitou-Charentes gets particularly crowded?
Like many popular destinations, Poitou-Charentes does see a surge in visitors during the peak summer months. If you're looking for a quieter experience, consider visiting during the shoulder seasons, spring or fall. You'll still enjoy pleasant weather, but with fewer crowds.
That's a great tip for anyone looking for a more relaxed pace. Now, beyond the practicalities, what kind of mindset or approach do you think would enhance someone's experience in Poitou-Charentes?
I think approaching this region with a sense of curiosity and openness is key.
Hmm.
Be willing to step outside your comfort zone, try new things, and engage with the local culture. It's about embracing the unexpected and allowing yourself to be surprised by what you discover.
I love that. It's about viewing travel as an opportunity for personal growth, for learning, for expanding your horizons.
Exactly. It's about being present in each moment, being mindful of your surroundings, and appreciating the unique beauty and culture that Poitou-Charentes has to offer.
So we've explored the highlights of Poitou-Charentes, from its vibrant cities to its tranquil waterways, its historic churches, and its modern attractions. We've touched on the impact of tourism, the importance of sustainability, and the power of those small, serendipitous moments that truly make a trip memorable.
Right.
What's the one thing you hope our listener takes away from this deep dive?
What I find most captivating about Poitou-Charentes is its ability to offer something for everyone while still retaining a sense of authenticity and charm. It's a region that invites you to slow down, savor the moment, and appreciate the simple pleasures of life. It's a reminder that travel can be both enriching and rejuvenating.
Beautifully put. It's about connecting with a place on a deeper level, immersing yourself in its culture, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And with that, we've reached the end of our exploration of Poitou-Charentes. But before we say au revoir, let's leave our listener with one final thought. Our journey today was inspired by an article that focused on the top 10 must-see spots in Poitou-Charentes. But what about those hidden gems,
Yeah.
the ones just waiting to be discovered beyond the well-trodden paths?
That's where the real magic of travel lies. It's in those unexpected detours, those less traveled roads that lead to the heart and soul of a region.
Exactly. So here's something I want you to ponder. If you were to, venture beyond that top 10 list, where would your curiosity take you in Poitou-Charentes? What hidden corners would you seek out? What unique stories would you uncover?
It's a great question.
Yeah, let that be your inspiration for your next adventure.
Remember, travel is more than just reaching a destination.
Right.
It's about the journey itself. Embrace the unexpected. Savor each moment and allow yourself to be transformed by the experiences you encounter along the way.
Well said. And on that note, we bid you farewell from the charming region of Poitou-Charentes. Until next time, happy travels and bon voyage.